Hey guys, it's Danny. Hope you all had a great weekend. It is Monday, time to get back to orchid business, and today I have a care tutorial for you guys for this wonderful orchid which just hit the market. This particular hybrid, there have been many attempts to create this orchid, but none of them were as good as this. This is the wonderful Phalaenopsis plastica. It is the one and only eternal orchid. Oh yes, you heard me correctly. This orchid will never die. How wonderful is that? But there are a few things you need to know. There are some quirks about this orchid that you need to be aware of. So we're gonna talk about them today, a few care tips, and also a few words about this orchid, because I truly believe this is the perfect orchid for those of you who are orchid beginners or who've never actually had orchids before, or plants for that matter, or for those of you who really don't want to ever have any type of plant near you. I think this is a perfect candidate for your windowsill. And not only. So that said, let's start by telling you a little bit more about this orchid and its growth habits. Alright, so first let's start with growth habit. This is a very important aspect for any orchid grower. Orchids are just so varied, they all behave differently, and you always need to know what to expect from your orchid. And with the plastica, this is no different. This orchid has no growth habit, it does not grow, so I think we can move on. The store in which I found it, where I purchased it, was actually IKEA. Oh yes, you guys. You might know already that I absolutely love IKEA. And actually this orchid has been developed by IKEA scientists. And I do believe it's better to purchase this orchid from the source. I truly believe in supporting creators. So there we have it. This is an IKEA hybrid and it's just fitting. IKEA creates such lovely furniture and such lovely shelving that you guys know I have quite a few of, that it's only fair they create orchids. It was just the obvious step in my opinion. And what a beautiful creature they created. It actually looks like a typical Phalaenopsis. As you can see, we have two aerial roots and that's the most it will ever have. We also have quite a few broad, dark but glossy looking like leaves, like any typical Phalaenopsis, but the flowers are the main attraction of this plant. Can you see? Oh yes, this is a big-lipped Phalaenopsis orchid, which is all the rage nowadays. All the cool kids, they all buy this orchid. The standard Phalaenopsis is a little bit yesterday's news, if you know what I mean. So if you're looking for something modern, a touch of the latest trends, then obviously this is the orchid to get. And speaking about trends, here's a rumor that I heard. I'm not entirely sure if it's true. Initially, IKEA was working with Balenciaga for this orchid. They wanted to include it in their spring collection this year, but unfortunately, the project didn't get to see the light of day. That's a shame. I think integration of orchids in street fashion is a wonderful idea, but now that I think about it, I can see why Balenciaga dropped the project. This orchid just looks a little bit too wearable for Balenciaga vibe. I can see how it wouldn't have fit in their collection. It's a little bit too mundane, too easy to assort with other clothes, if you know what I mean. So maybe it was a good thing. And for us, it was definitely a good thing, because if this were Balenciaga, it would have costed €1,000 easily. If the rumors were even true, I think we're all winning here. Alright, so now let's get to some care tips. Let's start with watering, which is always a crucial aspect for any orchid. The Phalaenopsis plastica actually doesn't need any type of water. It is self-contained. The system manages to hydrate itself over the course of this orchid's life, which is eternal. So really there is no need for watering. But if you really must, then you can absolutely water it with whatever type of water you want. It doesn't matter if it's distilled, tap water, hot water, cold water. Really, it does not matter. Speaking of which, I know there are a few of you guys who just have this unearthly urge to put ice cube on orchids generally. Well, my friend, with this orchid, you can put as many ice cubes as you want. You're not limited to 3 ice cubes. You can put 10, you can put 15. Better yet, you can actually put this orchid in the freezer. You know how they say set it and forget it? Well, yeah, you can actually forget it in the freezer. I don't suggest you do that because obviously you want to look at it. But if you really must, then yeah, you can absolutely put it in the freezer. How about that? Then let's talk about light. This orchid does not need any type of light, but of course light is necessary for you to see it, so you can place it wherever you want. You can place it in the sun, you can place it on your desk under artificial light, and if one day you are seriously bored with it or you just want to hide it for whatever reason, you can put it in a drawer and yet again set it and forget it. It's just that versatile, really. Temperature wise, again, this orchid is very versatile. As I was saying, you can keep it in the freezer if you so desire, or in the fridge, or wherever you see fit. However, when it comes to high temperatures, I would suggest you keep it under 491 degrees Fahrenheit or 255 degrees Celsius. So don't put it in the fire. This orchid has been created to be very, very pest resistant. There is no known to man insect or pest that would eat this thing. However, this is a dust magnet. So many people who own this orchid are complaining of it collecting dust. And again, it doesn't really harm the orchid. This is a vigorous and very resilient orchid, but it does kind of hurt your eyes when you look at it. So from time to time, just shower it a little bit, dust it a little bit, and it should be just fine. This orchid is also non-toxic. So if you have a cat which likes to chew on leaves and flowers and things of the sorts, don't worry, this orchid is absolutely safe. The only problem is it's never going to recover from a cat attack. But I think it's a small price to pay, wouldn't you think? Pets are so important to us. And when it comes to the plastica, there is absolutely no need to worry, except if the animal tries to swallow it. That's when you should go to the vet. So as you can probably tell, this truly is the perfect orchid for anybody, with pets, without pets, with green thumbs, with any type of colored thumb. It does not matter. This orchid is for you. It has 0 flaws. Well, it has one flaw. If for whatever unknown reason you ever want to cut the flower spike, it's done. This orchid will not have flowers ever again. Might as well throw it in the trash or the freezer because it's pretty much done. So don't cut the flower spike on this one. It shall not branch out. It will not create secondary spikes or cakeys or things of the sorts. Remember, the most important aspect of orchid growing, growth habit. This orchid doesn't grow, so don't cut anything, don't rip it, don't try to shape it in any way, because it's not gonna work. Alrighty then, so that's about it on the Phalaenopsis plastica. It is available now at IKEA. I did see a few other varieties, but this is my favorite variety. As you guys know, purple is my favorite color when it comes to orchid flowers, and yeah, I just could not resist it. It looks so real. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and before I let you go, I hope you read the title of this video, because if you didn't, I imagine you are very confused at this point. Do read the title. It's always good to read the entire title of orchid videos because people put very important stuff in the title. So that said, thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Hope you have a great 1st of April and you don't get fooled too much today. And with that said, you know the drill. Like, dislike, subscribe to my channel, go visit the merch store if you want to support my channel and the actual tutorials that I do. And with that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow when we're gonna do the Orchids in Bloom video. It's gonna be orchids galore, you guys. Get a beverage before you even play tomorrow's video because it's gonna be a long one. So with that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!